Alright guys, how you doing? This is Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue. Now you guys just seen this tank being set up, everything being siliconed in. We've been water testing it now for a few days, so I'm A-okay with putting decorations and fish in it. Alright, so you guys might ask, what am I doing inside the new fish tank? Even though, you know, I want to have fun inside this fish tank, but today we're here to hook this tank up onto the system with the rest of all of these tanks throughout here. So our ingenious plan right now is we took a normal overflow box, we went ahead and cut the U off. You can see I cut it off all the way across the front here. We're now going to glue it to the top of this tank. So dual purpose. For one, we get it hooked up to the system. Two, we don't have to cut a bulkhead into the back side of this tank. It can always be used as a cube no matter where we put it. There's not going to be a hole on the back side. So with this glued on top here, my dad went and found me this overflow box. Now it's going to float right up here in this inside corner. Now you guys might say that's a little bit off, but it's actually not. It's actually quite perfect. So when you put this tube gun in here, we're going to drill a hole right here, and it's going to catch right in the inside of the overflow box, be able to fill up that reservoir, drain over into the overflow, and then be drained into the pool.
Okay, here we go. He's getting ready. Going to the top.
This is one of the things I hate doing most, drilling an aquarium. It just seems so wrong. Thanks for catching me. Yes, I do. Oh man.
Don't push hard.
When you drill an acrylic, you don't want to push hard. Let the bit do the work. You push too hard, you crack the acrylic. Alrighty, so we got the hole cut here. We've got this back overflow silicone straight down. I've got this inside box silicone to the back wall of the tank. Now the overflow tube fits right down in there. There's not a big ugly hole to be filled on this tank. Now as soon as the silicone dries, we can go ahead and put a pump up here, pump up to this tank, and then it'll be on the system. So Pittsburgh will go straight from his water into his own water again. Now we can get to decorate.
Now what you're going to see here is disgusting. It's going to be terrible.
You guys
He's putting
see
in
this
this
now?
It's beautiful white
crystal white aragonite.
Aragonite, that's it. Really expensive, good sand. But man, wait till you see the clouds. Go ahead and let it all the way down and let it down on the bottom. There you go. Lift her up.
Should have poured it out dry.
Well, I told you that. Okay, where'd Josh go? I don't see Josh. Where's Joshy? You seriously can't see him. He's standing right there somewhere. There he is. You have no legs, Josh.
Yeah, where do you mean another bucket?
Should be right under there.
Directly underneath the 2,200-gallon tank.
Oh.
The far right door. There's buckets underneath there.
Josh, what we'll do, it's still recording. What we'll do is take a big hose and drain all this out.
Yep.
Refill it up. I'm on camera, I got it.
There he goes. All right. There you go, Dad. These aren't easy little lifting buckets here.
Easy lift buckets.
I meant to say light little buckets. The weight was getting to my head a little bit.
How much you think that bucket is?
I don't know. 50 pounds.
Next one then, put right behind your butt there in that corner. That should be good enough.
I think we should do it. Cool.
Well, then be glad that we don't need no more because the rest are on the back deck. Turn around and pour it out behind you there. Tracy, I need one of those big hoses for drainage. Can you give me that, please?
Okay.
Or give me that pump with the 30-foot hose.
Alright, that's 3 buckets of sand. It went from fresh water to white water.
Do you know how many people have been trying to get that white Argonite sand off of me? That's what originally came with that 2200 over there. And we saved it because I knew it was expensive sand, it was nice sand. But we tried it in the 3000 and it did this, and I could not get it clean. So we put it in 15 5-gallon buckets and put it away. It's been sitting there since.
Alright guys, so all that overflow is drying. It's all clamped in and good. We added the sand. We've been pumping in water through that hose, draining it out over here. So we pump it in, stir up the sand, and then we'll pump out all the nasty water. Every time that our sump fills up for the pool, we're basically doing a water change on all our fish tanks, using the fish tank water to clean out the sand. We try and make every little action here. If we're using water, we'll use fish tank water so we can have our fish have higher quality water. Alright guys, so the tank's just starting to clear up now. The sand's still in the bottom. Got a nice little layer. We've got it skinnier in the front, thicker in the back. Still got to siphon out all the dirt that's sitting on top of the sand. But as you guys can see, the overflow is working marvelously. We have an FX6 on here, creating the water, pushing it towards this way, creating a whirlpool, as well as that small hose there is running to a power head up from the 265, and it's pushing water up into the cube. So now this is technically on our system, the same water. So we're getting ready. We're draining the 1,000 gallon now. We're going to go ahead.
Pittsburg way in there. Everyone always, when we're in there and he's sitting on the bottom, they go, that's how he acts all the time. He's always up swimming. Every once in a while he's down on the bottom. So that's just because of, I think, the commotion in here. But he's always up swimming like that. So it's not as bad as people think it is over here. Look, he's up and hanging out.
It don't matter. Every video of every puffer you see online, wake up in the morning, the puffers are on the bottom of the tanks. Nighttime, they're on the bottom sitting on the tanks. It's normal. There's nothing to be alarmed about. Puffer's fine. But we're getting ready to catch him and stick him in the cube.
Right. We're going to use our new net, the koi net on the puffer.
The sock net.
Sock net, where it retains the water, so he won't be out of water when we move him. Okay, guys. We're standing by. Tracy's on the standby. Hi, Trace. We got our sock net ready to go. Josh has rearranged all this. We got out most of the... you got more shells, Josh, here and over there. Most of the shells from the puffer being in there, we rearranged. Now, someone was upset because we were taking some pieces of driftwood out, but what you didn't know was we had bigger pieces to go in. So now we've got driftwood all the way across the back, intertwining, all the way across there, all the way behind Josh, and then all the way to this wall. They're not 1,000 little pieces anymore. Tracy, hold this on here. Okay, what you're going to have to do is let some water out to where it's only water enough to hold his face. I got you. Hold on. There you go, buddy. Was you scared? Okay.
Alrighty, so we got Pittsburg. He's in his 290 acrylic cube. It's 4 by 4 by 29 inches tall. Now what we did here, we found 2 matching LED strip lights we went ahead and put on here. And then for temporary decoration, because there's more going in this weekend and actually going to be live plants all throughout all this driftwood. But we got all this hardwood driftwood. It's self-weighted. Came from Jim Kitchens himself. So we went ahead and put this in here as a temporary setup for Pittsburgh himself. But you guys might be asking, what are them little fish moving in behind the driftwood? Well, we decided to go ahead and put the Frontosa in here. There's two in here right now. There's the big guy in the back corner, and there's a smaller one over there. Now if you guys come through here, we've got another one coming in quarantine. He's been being treated daily. Once he's ready, he'll be going into the cube with Pittsburgh. But you come over here, you guys notice that we took Pittsburgh out of the 1,000-gallon and we rescaped it, kind of. So you guys were wondering what it looks like. So here it is. We took that big mongoloid piece of wood that was everyone was hiding under. We actually flipped it forward, and now it's given much more caves and caverns, and the eels have more hiding with technically less pieces of wood in there. So you got this leg on the left to try and lock it in there. This piece on the right is kind of light, so they kind of just push it around however they want it. But I went in there and I cleaned out the nozzle for the bubble wall, so we got the bubble wall working all nice and good again. We took the Peruvian shark out of there. We what else did we bring out of here? Over here we took the striper off the yellow cats out. There's two of them in here. And then over here in the 750, we went ahead and took out, we had two of these sun cats in there. These are actually the two from the 1,000-gallon to join our larger sun cat, which is in the back. And now there's three in here, and then we brought this big old Peruvian shark out. So it takes all of the big aggressive eaters out of the 1,000-gallon, and it's left as a community tank. So coming back to Pittsburgh's tank here, as you can see, the Frontosa is just starting to color back up. I'm hoping I can have a colony of Frontosa in here. They can breed behind the driftwood and, you know, do their thing, and Pittsburgh can have all this room, and they'll be the only fish in this tank. But like I said, the steps moving forward, we're going to go ahead and repaint this stand. We're going to do the side trim on the corners all the way up to cover up them ugly seams. And then we're going to do a canopy around the top. We're going to go ahead and mount the lights in the canopy themselves. And then that whole back L corner right there is all going to be done up with live plants, which Lucas Bretz is actually bringing them up on Friday, I do believe. So we're going to have a fun time actually truly aquascaping this tank with live plants. And it's going to be Frontosas in with an MBU puffer. I think this tank will look pretty awesome, but for today, I think we got a good little run on how we set up this tank and what it's going to look like. I will give you guys updates in the future, of course, but I just want to thank you guys for coming by and watching today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope the Pittsburgh fans are now happy that Pittsburgh is in his own tank. And he can be happy, and he's on display in his 290 cube. So I appreciate you guys for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for those diehards. Make sure you hit that notification bell down in the corner. And as always, stay fishy, my friends.